Okay, we are live. What's going on with my camera? All right. Hello, hello. I don't know why it's blurry. Okay, I think that's better. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm just kind of putting some cards away. I took out my full moon decks and I'm really called to this tarot deck. I have not used this in such a long time and I just really want to use it. The Star Spinner Tarot for whatever reason. But I just feel pulled to use it for this live. And it's just very trippy artwork. Okay. All right, I hope everyone is doing well. Happy full moon in Pisces. I wanted to pull some cards from the Moonology decks just for the collective, but I'll wait until a few more people join. If you guys were interested in a personal reading, all the information is down below. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm trying to play some like Zen music so that everyone feels okay. So we can like sort of feel calm. So I know that we are in a full moon in Pisces. We're about to enter into our 6th retrograde. I know Mercury's been in its pre-shadow retrograde phase and now it's officially gone retrograde. And I know that there are other planets in retrograde as well. So this will be very interesting. This is a good full moon. I mean, if there was any full moon to get a reading, it would be this full moon. Even my double Pisces, my baby, has been struggling today. He's a double Pisces, so it's probably hitting him extra hard, but he doesn't really understand it because he's only 6 months old. But it'll be interesting to kind of see how the planets affect him, if they do. I think he's a little under the weather, but I'm also just kind of like associating it with the fact that he's a double Pisces and we're in a Pisces full moon. So it'll be interesting to see. But other than that, I hope everyone is doing well. Staying sane throughout this. So I am going to do a little collective reading. This is just for everyone tuning in, everyone watching. I'm a little frustrated. I've been trying to get this video uploaded to YouTube. It's a really juicy video, but it's been so slow. I feel like I've been uploading for hours since like midday today, but whatever. I wanted to get it up before I went live because it's super juicy, and there's some messages in there that I felt like people needed to see before the weekend, like, if you know what I mean. Oh wow, okay, that's the tea right there. Well, I'm glad that it resonated. I'm glad it was accurate. And I'm glad that you had a conversation with his mom. Okay. So we're in a full moon in Pisces. We've hit our 6th retrograde. Let's do a little collective reading, and let's look into the energies and what Spirit's advice is for the collective. This is just going to be for everyone who tunes into this live and anyone who is joining. And this message is for you. So Pisces full moon messages. We have, what do you need to release? A fiery climax approaches, and a personal issue reaches resolution. And we have 2 full moons, full moon in Aries, full moon in Cancer. Okay. So I'm going to pull from the newer edition Moonology. Full moon in Pisces, what is the energy for the collective? What is the energy for the collective? We have be humble, 1st quarter moon in Leo. What is the full moon energy for the collective? We have open up to change. And we have attune to the divine. New moon in Pisces. Okay. So some collective messages for you guys here today. If you wanted to book while I'm getting into this collective message, this reading, then definitely see the drop down box below, and I will get you on the list, and then I will confirm with you when I'm done with the reading what place you are in line. So far I have India as number 1. Okay. So we have, what do you need to release as the start? Waning moon. So this full moon is definitely heavy. It's a full moon and it's in the sign of Pisces. So there are definitely things weighing on us. And this is not a weight that serves the purpose of just drowning us or dragging us down. This is a weight that serves the purpose of bringing and shedding light to things that we might be holding on to that have necessity in releasing. So it is necessary to release these things in order for us to truly move forward. So this could be anger, this could be past resentments, this could be something that happened in the past. This could be the weight of stress or anything that is really just like heavily weighing on you, or a combination of a million different things. And then what do you release when there's a combination of a million different things weighing down on you? You just release that. You just try to release your grip and your control on the fact that you have no control. There are certain things that are stressful and above us and out of our control, and for whatever reason we like to kind of tighten our grip even more because we feel, I guess the emotion that's invoked is fear. We're like fearful, we're scared, we're anxious. But it's necessary to release that, to breathe, to trust, to let go of control, to try to have faith. All of these things seem really cliche on the surface, but when they are put to the test, when there is really the need for trust, and there really is the need for faith, and there really is the need to let go of control, those things in practice are really difficult. when you need to have faith is when you least have it. You know what I'm saying? It's when you really aren't trusting in the universe. You really can't see 5 miles down the road. You really can't see the divine plan. That is when you have to really put your faith into fruition. There's like this really cool quote, and it says, just remember that when the student is taking the test, the teacher is always silent. So it might even be through our obstacles or trials and tribulations that it's harder to understand our intuition. It's harder to reach our spirit guides. It's harder to receive messages about what we're going through. And we might even think, well, does it even exist? Is spirituality even real? You know, are my spirit guides even there for me? You know, it's the time in which we're really struggling that we have the least amount of trust and the least amount of faith. But when we do decide to kind of prevail with trust anyway, understanding that the universe has a greater and bigger plan, understanding that maybe a path that didn't work out is another one that we are going to embark on that is better for us, more high vibrational. When we finally see the results of that and, you know, ascend towards a greater and better path, we realize that there was necessity in releasing unnecessary anxiety and worries and stress, because that weight was only doing what it says. It was only weighing us down. For some of you, there is going to be some conclusions. We have a personal issue reaches resolution and a fiery climax approaches. So for some of you, there are going to be things that come finally full circle for you, where you are going to finally receive the answers to questions that you've had, especially for those of you who have felt kind of left out in the cold by your spirit guides, by the universe, by spirit. You know, whatever you believe in, you've just kind of felt like, wait a minute, this is not necessarily how I saw things going. This is not necessarily like the path that I wanted to embark on. Like, am I on the right path? Am I making the right choices? I'm not receiving signs and synchronicities the way that I did, and I feel like very scared and very alone. I definitely feel like there are some resolutions that are going to take place for you. We have first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble, open up to change, and attune to the divine. So if a path was not working for you, or if you have felt like you've been hitting many roadblocks, or you've been hitting a lot of trials and tribulations, it could be a sign that the path is not right for you. And this card is basically saying, open yourself up to change and try to be as adaptable as possible, as versatile as possible, and be open to knowing that you may know nothing. With be humble, that even if you're an expert in your field, or you've been doing something this way this whole time, that you might be on the right track as far as like a divine life purpose, but there are sometimes little small paths in which our guides want to kind of take us somewhere else or take us in a new direction, and you should be open to that. We've attuned to the divine when you're feeling the most alone, or when you're feeling the most silence, or when you're feeling like, you know, you really aren't in good faith and you're not in good practice of that faith. That is the time to really try to align yourself. I mean, we have Randy over here, my little skeleton, and he is, you know, in this beautiful meditative pose. Meditation might be a really good self-care advice for this Pisces full moon, especially because I do feel like our intuition is at its peak. And if you've been really wanting to tap into your spiritual abilities and spiritual gifts, now is the time to really quiet your mind so that you can receive those messages and discern what they are saying to you. Especially for some of you guys who have been seeing angel numbers and signs and synchronicities, now is the time to really try to look into what those signs and synchronicities are telling you. For some of you, it's telling you to go on a different road, different path. For others of you, it's telling you to continue on the path that you're on. For others of you, it's just mainly telling you to have patience and have trust that things are working in fruition in the 5D, and you will start to see results of your manifestations in the material world in the 3D. But it's going to take time. And it's going to take, you know, loosening our grip in order to really see these things happen. Because whenever we have a tight grip on something, for whatever reason, it tends to take even longer to manifest. And now that we've hit into our 6th retrograde, now we have a Mercury retrograde, things are going to take time. There's going to be a lot of things that
just feel like they're taking forever. This could be as simple as a paycheck. This could be as complex as a really divine soulmate connection. But this is going to be a period of time where it really requires faith and patience, because 6 retrogrades, trust me, honey, it is not necessarily the usual for like 6 planets in retrogrades for things to like speed along and you know, come into fruition really quickly. These are things that are going to just be really muddled and take a lot of time to come through. It might even till, you know, Mercury retrograde ends. And then also I'm hearing fair warning to you if something is coming in quite quickly, to you know, be cautious about it, because Mercury retrograde, I think we've like talked about it, but we don't talk about it enough. It rules over communication, obviously, but any kind of new opportunity, any kind of contract signing, anything of that nature could be negative in the long run. I think there was like a very famous example of this. It was like, oh my gosh, it was like, I'm just going to use an example, which I don't think is the real example, but it was like Six Flags or something, Magic Mountain was like going under, and they decided to sign this contract with someone who was going to finance them, and they signed the contract during a Mercury retrograde, and then they ended up losing everything, or losing like all ownership over it. I don't think it was Six Flags, but it was something of that nature. But it just goes to show, like, if things are coming in pretty easily for you right now, I would be very like suspicious of that and be very cautious, because this is a time to expect things to take longer than usual to come into fruition. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to get into the readings for tonight. I have India as number 1. Carly, I have you as number 2. If you guys wanted to book, all that information is in the description box below. So I'm going to start with you, India. You got an 18 plus. Okay, so your question is, when will your love life get better? Is love meant for you in this life? I would say we'll focus on this question, because what purpose did Davis have in my life is a completely separate question. It's not one of those things where I would add it onto this reading, because I want to spend like separate time on it. So I can do that first question, or I can do the second question, whichever one that you prefer. But I already kind of got that glimmer of the Ace of Cups, so I feel like we should stick with the first question. And when will your love life get better? Is love meant for you in this life? Of course love is meant for you. Love is meant for everybody in life. Everyone is deserving of love and happiness. It's the highest vibration of all, and I feel like it's true humanity when we're in love, or in a place of love, or have the ability to love and give love. I think that is the goal of being a human. And I think we lose sight of that because of our very extremely superficial and materialistic world. Okay, so when is your love life going to get better? We have the Six of Cups. We have the Emperor. When is India's love life going to get better? We have the Tower in reverse. When is India's love life going to get better? The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm loving this Tower in reverse so far, because the Tower in reverse is all about an epiphany, a realization that kind of happens when we're really immersing ourselves in our spiritual path. Clarify the Six of Cups for me. Clarify the Six of Cups. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Clarify the Emperor. Shaylin, I got you. You are number 3. We have the Strength in reverse. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse, clarifying the Tower in reverse. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So when is your love life going to get better? Essentially, when is it going to improve? When are you going to see improvements in your love life? When is it going to get better? When are you going to see results? Definitely the biggest theme that I'm seeing in this reading is when you choose to really view the past and whatever's happened to you in the past, in your own experiences in love, but in the past, in the setting of the past, when you choose to look at the past through the lens of love and acceptance. Because there might be certain circumstances in your love life that have happened, have transpired in the past experiences you've had, where you find it very hard to forgive. Whether you find it hard to forgive the other person or you find it hard to forgive yourself. But with that Five of Swords in reverse, I do feel like essentially your love life will dramatically improve when you decide to look at the past from a lens of just acceptance and love, and or not dwell in the past. The Six of Cups is just understanding that you are love and that you're deserving of love, and everyone is, and you're going to receive it. And if it's not now, it will be someday. With the Emperor and that Strength in reverse clarifying, this to me talks about a lack of confidence, a lack of self-esteem that you naturally embed. Like, you naturally have a pretty strong backbone. You naturally have courage and confidence. But it could have been your past circumstances that kind of embedded in you like a rosebud that kind of like closed up. You know, you were like a really beautiful flower, and then you got hurt and you kind of closed yourself off to the world. So this to me talks about how your love life will also improve and get better when you decide to shine your light brighter and not to dim your light for other people, and to understand that you are beautiful and gorgeous just the way you are. And if anyone has ever rejected you or made you not feel that way, that's more of a projection and a reflection of themselves and their own character than it is of you. We have the Tower in reverse, which I talked about is an epiphany. It's a spiritual epiphany. It's a realization. It's a very aha, full circle kind of moment. We have that Ten of Swords clarifying, and to me, that really the Ten of Swords in reverse clarifying, to me that really talks about how just overall moving away from the past and moving away from heartbreak, moving away from the feeling of defeat, moving away from depression is going to dramatically improve your love life. Because I think right now you're still healing and you're still learning, and experience is going to be the biggest teacher, because it's going to tell you and show you what you do and don't want in a relationship moving forward. And until you know the ingredients of that, until you've been through those circumstances, you can't necessarily manifest your perfect person. We can idolize and we can dream, oh, he's going to be like this and that, but we don't really know specifications. We don't really know like the nitty gritty details of what we need in a partner until we've seen what we don't need. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it does work that way. With the Four of Pentacles, this is telling me that you need to open yourself up more, and that goes back to the Strength in reverse, and that don't dim your light to fit in, or don't dim your light because of other people or because of what other people have done or said to you in the past. You're naturally gorgeous and beautiful and deserving of love, just as everyone on this planet is. But you really need to believe that, because I feel like with the Six of Cups, like, you believe that other people deserve love, but for whatever reason, you exclude yourself from that equation. Like, you don't think you're deserving of it. You don't think you're gonna be able to find your perfect person. It's like a thing that you lack in that, a belief system. Like, you really don't have faith in that. So I think with the Seven of Pentacles, this is going to be about investing in yourself. This is going to be about investing in healing and building a solid foundation within yourself, within who you are, how you love yourself. Personally, if I was to draw back to like any personal experience, just to give you some sort of relation to this, personally, I had some horrible relationships, like really bad, and I had to really spend some time alone for quite a while. And even that wasn't enough because I wasn't spending time alone and actively healing. I was just spending time alone. And it wasn't until I started investing in myself, in self-care, and by investing, I mean time, I mean energy. You don't have to spend money on yourself to show yourself love. But I started taking myself out on dates. I started like investing in healing. I started really putting time and energy into focusing the tarot cards in on like what I needed to work on, what my inner child wanted, what my higher self wanted to tell me, things like that. And I thought that was the most beneficial to actually really manifest love. It wasn't until I really truly loved myself and like was cool being alone and cool being on my own and thought I was just like, you know, the best that I it wasn't until that I decided, you know, I was cool being alone. Like I wanted to be single. And as soon as I made that like remark is when I found like my dream person. It was like right when I decided like, okay, I'm comfortable, like, you know, this is cool, is like right when I found my dream person. And then I was like, fuck, they're gonna ruin me. But yeah, the Four of Pentacles, it's all about being guarded. It's about, you know, it could even represent being very sad and feeling like, you know, you're just, the weight of the world is really like crumbling down on you. I don't know, that if you're feeling like that and that imagery resonates with you, I just want to give you a hug, honestly. But we have Go the Distance and we have Yang. So this is about being dominant. With Yang, it's about dominant energy. It's about taking action. It's about taking yourself out, initiating your own healing, deciding what you want, drawing your own boundaries, figuring out what it is that will make you happy and content, and, you know, and result will help you ascend within your love life. And we have Go the Distance as well. And I feel like, you know, it's going to take some time for you to see actual tangible improvements within your love life. But trust me, you definitely will. So, and oh my gosh, I'm just noticing, girl, don't panic. Double Pisces, Sun and Moon with Scorpio rising. Damn, triple water. That is great. All right, India. So I really hope that resonated. And then past life relationship, heart-to-heart conversations. I definitely feel like you might be having some sort of conversation with Davis, maybe even very soon, like a heart-to-heart. There's definitely some sticky karmic kind of energy in that connection. And it could be because you guys have had a past life relationship, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to be meant for each other and that you're going to marry each other. But there are lessons to be extracted from these kind of karmic partners. Okay, so I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live, and thank you so much for keeping me updated and letting me know like that the last reading really resonated, and the update on that was like, I love that, because that like is very reassuring. That makes me feel like I'm doing something right. Okay, so we have Carly, who is next, and then we have Shaylin after that. If you guys wanted to book a reading, you can. All the information is down below. Okay, so Carly, I know that you put your question. Okay, will I have a successful cosmetics company? Will I have a successful cosmetics company? Let me give this like a shuffle. So you got a 4-card spread. Just 4 cards, Spirit. Will I have a successful cosmetics company? To start, we have the King of Swords. Will Carly have a successful cosmetics company? We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Will Carly have a successful cosmetics company? We have the Three of Swords. Will Carly have a successful cosmetics company? One card, please. Will Carly have a successful cosmetics company? We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so will you have a successful cosmetic company? I need to clarify the Three of Swords here. Clarify the Three of Swords. Clarify the Three of Swords for me. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing and even hearing is it's going to take quite a bit of money to get off the ground. There's a lot of initial investment money to pull forward. So I think you have all the ingredients. I think that you have the wherewithal with the King of Swords, the confidence, the ability to have an outreach, a social outreach, social media outreach, an impact, and that you know what people want, what they need, especially when it comes to cosmetics. And I think that you've been through a big part of the struggle with the Five of Swords in reverse. And I think you also have the passion with the Knight of Cups. You know, you're creative, you're passionate, you have the drive to make it happen. But we have that Three of Swords, and to me it shows that there's going to be a lot of rejection involved in this business, and a lot of that rejection has to do along the lines with finances as well. So I just see not being able to put money up front on things or invest things in a way that, you know, makes you feel like this is not happening. Let's see what your oracle has to say. Okay, we have milk and honey, which is really positive. So success is always going to be defined by our own standards, whatever you view success as. I feel like there's going to be a lot of heartbreak and disappointment in this industry when it comes to it, but if you have the backbone with the King of Swords and the passion with the Knight of Wands, and let's say you are passionate enough to really take your time with it, to be adaptable and to be flexible to any sort of things that come your way, I think you'll be able to be very successful with this. So I think the answer is you're going to be successful in this cosmetics company. Maybe it won't seem like it at first. There will be trials and tribulations. There will be obstacles within the way, but I do think there is going to be an extreme payoff if you continue to persevere and be consistent. And especially with what I'm seeing in front of me and just having the flexibility, also having the passion to continue to be successful, it's going to really make all the difference, because I think people are going to assume, especially in this industry, that you're going to give up based off the first rejection. But if you don't, then I do think that there's going to be a really successful outcome to this. So I would say so. I'd say yes, you're going to be successful in this industry for sure. All right, so I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much, Carly, for joining the live. If you guys wanted to book a reading, you can. All the information's down below. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Shaylin.
All right, Shaylin, so you got two different four card deck pulls. So you're wondering, is Jack going to text you again for a date, not sex? Does he have intentions on ending a relationship I perceive as toxic? You sent a bitchy text back and it's been radio silence. I wanted revenge in person but couldn't control my anger via text. Okay, so you're wondering, is Jack going to text you again for a date, not sex? Does he have intentions on ending a relationship you perceive as toxic? Okay, cards are definitely really jumping. We have the Lovers to start in reverse. Is Jack gonna text you again? Whoa, another Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon. We had another Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon in the chat earlier as well. We have the Hangman. We have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups or Ace of Cups. And we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, okay. Yeah, I saw it. So the Lovers in reverse to start is, to me, it's about okay, so this is the Five of Cups. So we have the Lovers in reverse, the Hangman, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Lovers in reverse to me is about like a connection that's kind of failed. Like, it's not what we really originally thought it was. Sometimes it has to do with like, oh, like you think something is very, like you have a real spiritual connection with this person and it turns out it just is not that spiritual. Or it turns out that you don't have that much chemistry or compatibility with this person after all. The Lovers is in reverse is kind of like a letdown, because in the upright it's very intense, the connection is really magical, there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of compatibility, there's a lot of like feelings involved. And with the Lovers in reverse, it kind of talks about like, this is not what I thought it was, you know, this person is not who I thought they were. And I'm really getting that energy just from you and from what you wrote. We have the Hangman, and this is about someone who is in suspension to the point where there's stagnation, or even just things are out of their control, like they have no control. The Hangman can also talk about viewing things from a different perspective, and I feel like this person is kind of seeing that you see them at a different perspective, or maybe you're having this Lovers in reverse moment where you're like, oh, you're not all that you cracked out to be. You're not exactly what I thought you would be. It's kind of the energy of like you not necessarily giving them the vibe or the energy that you're that interested in them. We have the Five of Cups, and I feel like this has to do with going through great lengths to pursue something that you love, and then just too many, or like, and just too many things have gone wrong. The Five of Cups can indicate that like your passion has yielded sharp disappointment and regret, and it's like once you love something, it's turned sour. So it's interesting because I feel like you're kind of viewing the situation in this way, and I feel like they're seeing you viewing the situation in this way. They're realizing that you don't necessarily want too much to do with them at the moment, maybe based off your text. This is a Seven of Swords, by the way, not the Eight of Swords. And we have that Seven of Swords in reverse, and I feel like this is someone, the Seven of Swords in reverse has a lot to do with someone seeing through your ruse. This is someone who thinks maybe the way you handled things was a little tactless, and ultimately like things have kind of fallen apart. So I don't know if this person is going to text you again or text you back for a date. They might text you, they might reach out to you, but I feel like you saw them for who they are, like their true colors, or you found out information about them, and they saw that you saw that, and that is like, okay, the gig is up. You know, that already is something that they're not interested in, because they want to be seen by people through rose-colored glasses. They want to have some sort of like affair, or they want to have whatever, some sort of moment with someone where, yeah, maybe it's completely a lie, or it's completely superficial, it's completely based off bullshit, which it seems like is what they did to you. But they rather like live in that lie than have someone expose their truth. So they're kind of seeing this connection as over because they don't want someone to see their truth, and especially you. So if you call them out on something, I don't think that they're gonna come back to you, because they didn't like that at all. There's like extreme sort of like disappointment in that. We have release your ex. Let's see what this oracle says. The energy oracle. We have discontent and boredom. So yeah, they could be like sort of bored with the connection, financial and material changes. They could also be going through something financial. And I'm not saying that they're bored with the connection because you're boring, but like I said, they like to live in a lie, and they like to live in a fantasy, and that's on them, and you kind of expose that lie, expose that fantasy, and to them, it's like the jig is up. So they're not really looking at this in a good light necessarily. They're kind of looking at this in a negative way, and that you've like exposed them for what they've done and what they are, and now they're really ashamed and embarrassed. But instead of admitting that they're ashamed and embarrassed, they really like just kind of want to like skirt. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I'm seeing for that as far as this question goes. Let me know what your second question was. Hi Mark, yes, I have some spots available, you guys, if you wanted to book a reading. Hi Gabriel, how are you? Okay, so is he going to end his relationship currently? Is he going to end his relationship currently? If you guys want to book a reading, all the information is down below on how to book. Is he going to end his relationship currently?
We have the Six of Cups in reverse. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in the upright. And we have the Seven of Cups. Is he going to end his relationship currently? Honestly, I feel like he already has. I'm like really viewing it as something that's been over. Clarify the Four of Wands in reverse for me. I'm viewing this relationship or whatever it is as something that's been over, and I think it's something that the person ended. I don't think he's very happy about it. I feel like he would want this person back, but they don't want him back. This at one time was a very special connection or relationship. I don't know if this is the person he had children with or had children with that Four of Wands energy and the Six of Cups, but this is someone that he like truly misses and truly would want back, but they don't want him back. It's not like a connection that I think is like currently happening. But I do see that he has a lot of options. So there are a lot of different options for him to choose from. And is he going to end those? I don't think so. I think he's still trying to explore all those options. I think a lot of those options and exploring them is in result of the hurt that he feels for this past relationship. This could have been like the one that got away. Is kind of the energy that I'm feeling, but I don't think that he's even thinking of like he has to end something. I think he's thinking of himself in terms of being like single and like a bachelor. We have anxiety, so this person could have a lot of anxiety over this connection where this person doesn't want them or wants to be with them, and they might feel like the only way to really subside due to their anxiety is to kind of be extra promiscuous and go after all these other options. So I definitely see that they're like fucking around. But are they in an actual relationship with someone? I don't know. I don't really think so, if I'm being honest. We have Magic in reverse. This person's very blocked. Intuitively, they're very blocked in general. I'm just getting a lot of energy of them being very blocked, and it could have a lot to do with some sort of heartbreak or some sort of pain in relation to this past connection that's no longer really working for them anymore. Yeah, that's kind of like... Because the Six of Cups is like, and then in reverse is just the memories of the past. There's a lot of sorrow. There's a lot of buried regrets. And it could even be that those buried regrets are resurfacing and kind of haunting them. And I feel like this is just someone who doesn't want to admit it. And then we have the Four of Wands in reverse. And it seems like maybe this person thought that they were going to get back with this other person and they like changed their mind. But I don't know, there's a lot of energy here in regards to this other person and it being a significant connection to them, but not a connection that is like currently a thing. Like they're not together. But I do think with the Seven of Cups, there are other people, there are other options that they have. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing for that. I really hope that resonated, Shaylin. Thank you so much for joining the live. I really appreciate you and love you. Definitely keep me updated on what happens, because this is kind of like concerning, the situation with them. They seem just like they seem really like annoying, honestly. But I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Mark. And then after Mark, we have Trina. If you guys wanted to book, you can. All that information's down below. I have some spots available for tonight's live. Okay, Mark. So you got a regular deck pool, and you want to know what will the Pisces full moon bring you, including love. You're so welcome. What will a Pisces full moon bring you, including love? Whoa, Mark. So much energy. Okay, so we have the King of Cups to start with that beautiful dragon imagery. I feel like I'm twisting my words around today. This is totally Mercury retrograde vibes. We have the King of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, Mark. Mark is in his zaddy energy. What will a Pisces full moon bring Mark, including love? What will the Pisces full moon bring Mark? We have the Six of Wands. Okay. I do have to say, the cards are taking their sweet time coming out, though. We have the Page of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Cups for me. We have the Hermit. Clarify the King of Pentacles for me. Clarify the King of Pentacles for me. We have the Two of Pentacles. What is the Pisces full moon going to bring Mark? What is the Pisces full moon going to bring Mark? What is the Pisces full moon? We have the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So I think the Pisces full moon is definitely going to put you in your feels. But don't worry, it's putting everyone in their feels. There's going to be a lot of reflection with the Hermit, a lot of intense energy as far as maybe emotions that have been kind of buried down are going to really rise to the surface. But I'm just getting the energy that there's going to be a lot of complex emotions that you're going to have to deal with, but I do feel like you're going to deal with them with ease and maturity. This is going to give you a good time to really reflect. It's interesting because we have that Hermit clarifying the King of Cups, and we are in Virgo season as amidst this Pisces full moon, so I definitely see a duality in that energy. I'm not sure if you have Pisces or Virgo in your chart, but it's definitely hitting your placements pretty hard. But it's good because I feel like this is introspective energy that's going to really allow you to draw into your own intuition and really access some spiritual gifts that maybe you thought you didn't have. I would recommend trying out some creative projects for this full moon in Pisces, whether this is painting or drawing or writing, creating, maybe even sitting by the water, sitting by a body of water, maybe even taking a bath, taking a long shower, meditating, something of that nature is what I'm really seeing for you. But I feel like you're going to have a lot of time to really reflect on maybe some of the deeper emotions that you have, and they don't have to be negative ones. It could be positive ones in that you're really thinking about what you want in life, what you want to manifest, what kind of love you want for yourself. and what kind of lover you want as far as manifesting a partner goes. We have the King of Pentacles. This is a great time for you to pay attention more closely to your finances, with the Two of Pentacles clarifying. And if not your finances, paying a little closer attention to your workload. So you might be biting off more than you can chew. And I'm seeing that, yes, you can handle it. I think that you're being represented in such a beautiful way by Spirit in the tarot, and that's that you are this very mature, emotional, all-encompassing man who really has it all together. You really do have a lot going for you. With the King of Pentacles, you have a natural sort of boss-like energy. You're very stable, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do everything. And I feel like maybe you have signed on a little too many responsibilities for yourself, and this is going to be a great time for you to not sign on to a bunch of responsibilities. This is going to be a really great time to not be productive, if you know what I mean. And be productive as far as in a sense of intuition, reflection, and introspection. Not so much as like running around town, doing this, doing that. Definitely don't sign up for things that you feel like you can't accomplish, because again, this is not a full moon in Aries. This is a full moon in Pisces. This is all about Netflix and chilling, taking some baths, taking some time to yourself. So I'm definitely seeing the full moon in Pisces really bringing in that for you. Hi Seb or SEB. Yes, the list is still open, you guys. If you wanted to book, you can. We have that Six of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Cups clarifying. So I do feel like there's going to be a sense of success within your love life. And that's really coming through. There could be a Queen of Wands manifesting for you. This is such a gorgeous card. Really gives me like Beauty and the Beast vibes. You could be the Beast. She could be the Beauty. But this could be someone who has Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo in their chart. This could be someone that you end up meeting spontaneously with the Page of Pentacles, or meeting at work, or meeting in school of some sort. But this is someone that is going to kind of venture their way onto your path in the most unexpected way possible. This is like when you take the road less traveled, and then you find someone that you just didn't think that you would find necessarily. It's actually a really awesome feeling. But I see that kind of coming in for you. And I see you just feeling like a sense of success. But I think it's really important that you take some time for rest. I think rest is going to be really big for you during this full moon in Pisces. So if you have been kind of biting off more than you can chew, if you've been doing a lot, running around town, being crazy, definitely take some time to rest and reflect. So we have Between Worlds and Unfinished Symphony. So there could be someone from your love life from the past coming back in. Retrogrades have a way of manifesting our exes back into fruition. With Unfinished Symphony, there could be still something that is left there for you, or it could even represent that there are still some things that you have, some loose ends that you have to tie up in order for you to transition into this kind of new world that you're headed into. But we have Make the Effort, and we have Chemistry. So I don't know. You're going to have to take it how it resonates. If someone new is coming into your life, or if someone is returning from the past and there's still, maybe it's not like in a negative way, maybe it's not like an ex, but maybe it's just someone that like nothing really happened between you two, but you would have loved for it to happen, and they're like coming back into fruition. Something that I'm seeing for you. All right, Mark, so that's what I'm seeing for you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you. I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Trina. And then after Trina is Sandy. I have some spots available on tonight's live on the list. If you guys were interested in booking, all the information is down below. Okay, so Trina, you got an 18 plus and channeled messages. I think you texted me. Let me look at the text really quick. Okay. So, Trina, how are you? Okay, so you don't have much to update me because I haven't seen Bradford since the last time we were helping our friends move, and you've been so busy over the weekends, but you do know he's still with Hunter. They went to the bar last night together, and they both posted on Instagram. I felt a little weird last night, pretty sure it's a full moon energy and maybe Mercury being in retrograde, but I almost
made an impulsive decision to block him from social media. I didn't though, but I don't know. Part of me is kind of just over it and wanting something new. The other part does. Okay, I'm like, what is going on? Okay. Such a Mercury retrograde moment. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Sun in reverse. What is the energy between y'all? Is there any forward movement happening? We have the Hierophant in reverse and the Four of Cups. Clarifying, we have the Knight of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Cups, we have the Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Sun in reverse, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. And clarifying the Four of Cups, we have the Three of Wands. Okay, so what is the energy between y'all? Is there any movement forward happening, or should you just let it go completely? Okay, so I definitely see him, like, if he was to come towards you again, and there's many different, like, possibilities and options with the Seven of Cups. If he was to come back towards you again, he's definitely taking his sweet fucking time doing it, you know? And it's like, what you want to do with that time in between is definitely up to you, your intuition, and your own discernment. With the Sun in reverse, I'm seeing that he's not happy where he's at within this connection. And he's not having a good time. I see that you're not necessarily having a good time with this connection. I'm just seeing a lot of, like, negativities here. As far as, like, the energy between you two, it's feeling like you guys have been really separated. You've been separated in that he kind of feels like he can't hang out in the same friend group as you anymore. He feels separated in that he's in this relationship and he feels like he kind of involved you in a third party situation, that time where he kind of, like, came on to you. And it's like he's feeling, now that he's taken, like, some time apart or taken time to step back from the connection, you've taken time to step back, he's feeling really ashamed for his actions and how he treated you and how he was towards you, and just feeling like he really kind of messed up and did you dirty, and is feeling like it's really impossible for you guys to see each other even as friends with this current, like, relationship and connection that he's in, that you're in. Like, I'm just getting the energy that he's like, okay, I involved her in this third party situation, I haven't made her very happy, I, like, kind of fucked up, I, like, rejected her, she's moved on. Like, he's just kind of seeing this as, like, when he views you and when he views the situation, the energy between you two is, like, a lot of distance, a lot of separation, and a lot of shame and guilt. And if there was a possibility, I think there is a possibility. I mean, I know there's a possibility that you guys could get back together. The point is, it wouldn't be for a long time. You know, they're taking their sweet time, even just taking a step back right now and analyzing the situation. So I'm just getting a lot of, like, him feeling like you've moved on, and then him trying to put on, like, yeah, we have frustration. Him trying to put on, like, this persona of, like, everything's great and jolly and happy, we're taking Instagram photos, aren't we so cool, aren't we such a great couple? But it's, like, so fake with the Sun reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse. Like, aren't we having so much fun? Yeah. It's like, we're not having fun. It's like that energy of, like, yeah, it's like he's kind of thinking, how can I get creative? No, not really, but just, like, it's just an energy of, he has to get creative in order to try to, like, see you
maybe even on social media, or look at your pictures, or dwell on you and the connection. Sorry, I feel like I'm tripping up on my words a lot today, you guys. We have heart-to-heart conversations, and we release your ex. So you definitely could be considered an ex here in this situation, but I definitely feel like whether you stay or go is always going to be up to you and your own intuition, but maybe it's just best to go ghost, and that's why we have ghost here. Maybe you just go ghost on them. I don't know though. I mean, maybe you guys could have a heart-to-heart conversation. It's so interesting, variants and like ways this can play out. There's so many different like possibilities, but maybe for the best in the long run with the Three of Wands here, it's just best to reject him with the Four of Cups. It's just best that you're just like, fuck this, I'm over it, I'm done, you know? Of course, it's up to you. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had. Maybe you have to have the last word. Maybe you send him, you know, how you feel and what you think, and then boom, you go ghost, you block him, you know? With creativity, maybe it's all about just getting creative with it at this point and trying to, like, you know, sit tight and assess. Sit tight and assess. Because I feel like there's a restlessness with your energy, or even just the energy between you two. There's a restlessness, and there's a lot that still has been unsaid. And maybe it just needs to be fucking said. Maybe it just needs to be said, and then, like, you need to block them. You don't have to block them, that's dramatic, but that's just me being dramatic. But, you know, whatever, I'm just like, mic drop. Like, say what you gotta say, mic drop. But, like, whatever it is, I feel like there's just so much restlessness. That's the energy I'm feeling between you two. And so is there any forward movement happening? I mean, no. I mean, there's a lot of stagnation, honestly. And there's a lot of, like, you checking on them checking on you checking on them checking on you, and no one is saying anything. It's very restless. So what you do with that information is up to you. Do you choose to say something? Do you choose to finally have some heart-to-heart conversation, and then do you just leave it there? Or, you know, what? But I do see that there is a lot of frustration involved in the connection. Okay, so let's do your channeled messages. Let's see what they would say to you. Hi, Tamara, I got you. So what would they say to you? To start, we have the Tower, the Two of Pentacles. What would they say to you? We have the Five of Wands. What would they say to you? I'm doing your channeled messages, so you missed the reading. I would back up just a little bit. Five of Wands, what would they say to you? King of Pentacles. Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. The Moon. What would they say to you? I feel like things have ended between us. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, but I just feel like there's no way I could even talk to you at this point. There's no way I could even get away with, like, try to see you or talk to you or message you. I would get in so much trouble if I was caught. It's just hard, you know. There's so much drama in my relationship, and especially when it comes to you. I feel like I used to be like a really good friend. I was like really stable, and like I was always there for you, and I feel bad. I feel bad for how things transpired. I feel like guilty. I feel like I don't know. I think about it. Sometimes you pop in my dreams. Like I dream about you, and I don't know. I think I have like a guilty.
No, it's not just you. For some reason, it keeps like disconnecting. I'm looking at my router. It's right behind me. It's completely fine. This is typical Mercury retrograde. I'm so sorry. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Okay, all right. I paused. Don't worry, Trina. I didn't even like go further when it started buffering. I feel like I don't know. I feel like things are over between us, and I don't know where to go from here. And I don't even know what to think. I wish things would just kind of turn over. I wish we could start something new. But it just feels like I'm missing out on everything. I feel like a stranger to you. I feel like you're a stranger to me. And I'm sorry I had all these hopes and dreams and fulfillments and promises, but I didn't make any of them happen. And I guess that's what I've been trying to articulate, is I just feel like a fucking asshole. I feel like a bad friend. I feel like someone who's just not there for you, who hasn't given you what you needed and what you deserve and what you want, and I'm just sorry about it. I wish I could do better, but I really, really can't, and I don't even know where to begin because I can't even talk to you right now. I know that you've done so much for me, and we used to do so much for each other, but I'm not allowed to even really talk to you right now, and it would just be weird if I did. But I'm hoping in the future we'll be able to like catch up, and maybe someday we'll laugh about all this. We'll get a drink, and maybe we'll be able to be in each other's lives again. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you, Trina. I'm sorry for the buffering. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much for joining the live. I've missed you. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're having a good time out there, having fun, all that great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Sandy. And Sandy, you got a regular deck pool. Let me know what your question is. After Sandy is Tamara. Thank you. I love you, girl. Okay, so Sandy, who will you date in the near future? You are a Leo. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, thank you. I finally got them done. It had been a while. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the, what is that? The Something of Cups. I gotta look it up. We have the Two of Cups. How come I don't know what this Roman numeral is? Five, six, seven, eight. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Tower in reverse. Who will you date in the near future? Clarify the Six of Pentacles, or the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Cups. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Clarify the Nine of Cups. We have the Empress.
And clarify the Lovers. Or the Two of Cups, but I don't know why I thought it was the Lovers. I wonder if the Lovers is going to come out. No, I'm fucking way, dude. I'm not kidding you. Okay. Whoa. Holy shit. I am not kidding you. Okay. Whoa, that was crazy. I was like, why did I say the Lovers? Because it's like 2, and that's usually how the Lovers is, and then the Lovers came out. Okay. So, who will you date in the near future? Whoa. Someone is coming through, and they're coming in, so I don't know if you already know this, or you've been manifesting, or this is completely taking you by surprise, but there's definitely someone coming in for you within your love life for sure. This person could be an earth sign or a water sign. So we have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is someone who's going to be very calm and zen and nurturing and loving. This is someone who's going to be very like, I want to say healed. They could have natural healing abilities or healing powers. They could be a healer, like actively. This is someone who could be very spiritual with the Tower in reverse clarifying. They could even have some sort of spiritual business. They could be a business owner, business leader, some sort of boss. I feel like they could also be a mother or a father. This is someone who could have children. This is someone who's going to have their own thing going on for sure. They're going to have their own house. They're going to have their own house. They're going to have their own business. They're going to have their own thing going on for them. They're also going to be very like emotionally mature. They're going to be very like centered and healed. This is someone who's looking for like a wife or a partner. They're like not looking to fuck around just to fuck around. I feel like this is someone who has all of what they need in life except for a partner to share it with, to be with. And I feel like what they're going to see in you is that you're this very sensual creature. You're someone that they want to take care of. They're someone that they find to be quite lovely. They're going to see you and your energy as being very like nurturing and just very divine. Like you just have this beautiful regal quality to you. I feel like this is someone who is looking for long-term commitment. They're looking for marriage. They're looking for kids. This is someone who will be very upfront about this as well. So they'll tell you, they'll be like, listen, like I'm not looking to just, you know, have a casual fling. Like I really do want to have kids. I really do want to get married. This is someone I think you're going to be very happy with. There's going to be a lot of chemistry and a lot of compatibility with the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups showing. I feel like you're going to be very happy with this person. I think they're very imaginative and very dreamy. This is someone who's going to take you on a lot of dates. They're going to make you feel like a full-on queen. You're going to almost feel like you've been like blessed because this person is going to come into your life the way that they are. But I think they're going to view you as a queen and someone that they find very worth taking care of. With the Empress energy, they're going to see you as someone that they want to like impregnate and have like babies with and like even make them their wife, like quite literally. They're going to see you as someone who's very abundant and creative and has a lot of like beautiful energy to you that they also want to bring into fruition. You could have a lot of creative ideas or a lot of like creative endeavors and businesses, and this person could have like the money, the finances, or the backbone or the knowledge to be able to put those things into the world. And I feel like you guys as partners will really make a great team. The Lovers is all about compatibility and chemistry, but it's about like a very spiritual connection as well. It's about a connection with someone that you're like meant to be with. And I'm seeing very high vibrational soulmate energy here. So this could be someone that has like literally been meant for you like alongside your destiny. So I'm actually quite honored that I'm the one that's able to like do this reading for you and be able to like tell you that, because I think everyone has, you know, a divine partner in their life. Some people might have multiple, but I do think that everyone is deserving of a mate and deserving of love, and I feel like this is like what is coming through for you. You guys could have been in separation, like souls within this incarnation up until now, and I feel like you guys will be reconciling. We have true love and we have children, so children could be involved here in like your fated meet, and that you guys are supposed to meet so that you could have some sort of children together. But this is gonna be someone that you're gonna feel very comfortable with. We have sweetness as well. Oh my god. We have love and sweetness. Look at all this pink. And there's so many colors. Holy shit. This is so beautiful. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a very sweet person, very sweet energy. We have comfort. You're going to feel like you've known this person forever. There's going to be this like instantaneous comfort and connection and like intimacy. And then you're going to feel like you can really trust this person. And I do feel like this is love. This is going to be true love that's coming in for you. Wow. Whoa, so gorgeous. Okay, hold on. I want to pull like one more oracle just to even triple clarify. Base chakra is at your root. This is about building a solid foundation. That's that Seven of Pentacles. That's about investment. That's about, you know, creating something with someone. So I love that that's coming out for you. All right, so I really hope that resonated, Sandy. Thank you so much for joining me here on the live. You definitely have to keep me updated and let me know if this comes in for you, because I'm really, really excited. And I do want to note that I feel like this is coming in for you because you have done a lot of the spiritual work and a lot of the healing, and you've gotten to a place in your life where you are okay being with yourself and being alone, and thus I think you are truly manifesting someone who is at the same kind of vibrational level as you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person, which is Tamara. Okay, so you got an extended deck pool and channeled messages. I'm going to use the 18 plus deck. Hi, Tamara, how are you? I hope you're doing better since we last spoke. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, so you got an extended deck pull and channeled messages. Well, I'm glad you're at least 80% recovered. That's really good news. You're almost there. So, what do you need to know right now? Would love those handwritten notes that you made. Okay, I'll do the channel oracle, if that's what you mean. So, what do you need to know right now? And then channel messages from your DM. We have the Star. We have the Fool. What does Tamara need to know right now? What does Tamara need to know right now? The Six of Wands. The Lovers. What does Tamara need to know right now? Devil. This Tamara needs to know right now. Clarify the Six of Wands. Clarify the Six of Wands. clarify the Lovers. The Five of Swords. Okay, what does Tamara need to know right now? Well, to start, I definitely feel like you are embarking on a healing journey, literally and spiritually. But with the Star, I definitely feel like you are very close to achieving your goals in some sort of way. In that you are going to become closer to the redemption that you seek. With the Devil, I think it's really important not to tie yourself to any codependencies that may be of any sort of burden to you. So this could be any codependencies, anything that you could become addicted to, or it could be or be seen as addicting in some sort of way. We have the Fool energy, and I feel like the Fool energy represents like new beginnings coming through and happening for you. And with the Page of Wands clarifying, I definitely feel like amongst this healing journey that you are going to kind of find yourself through, there are going to be like, it's like at the end of the rainbow, you know, like there's like a pot of gold. There are going to be other opportunities that reveal itself to you, maybe even having to do with creative endeavors or creative projects, but it's going to feel like you have a new lease on life. New leash on life, new lease on life. With the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups clarifying, I do feel like you're going to be consumed with a new energy, an energy that's going to make you feel really confident. So I don't know if it's just simply going through what you've gone through and that you're like going to come out of it even stronger and more confident than ever, because you're going to be like, listen, life is so short, it's so fleeting, anything can happen. I'm so thankful for my health and to be where I am, that you're just going to go full throttle at life. You're going to be feeling really good and really content. But what I'm really seeing for you is that you're going to be in an energy where you're just fully focused in on your healing, your confidence, your self-esteem, maybe even some business endeavors, creative outlets, creative endeavors. And Spirit really is encouraging this kind of energy for you. It's going to be really vital for your health and your mental health. With the Lovers and the Five of Swords clarifying, I do see that there could be some conflict in your love life, or conflict coming up in regards to your person. And it could just be like a little, let me clarify. It could just be like a little fight. Or it could even be that there's separation on the horizon. It doesn't have to be a fight. It could just be something stressful. Maybe this person has to travel for work, or maybe you have to travel for work, or there's going to be some sort of distance between you two. But Spirit is saying that the distance is only going to bring you guys back together stronger. Because it's going to enable you guys to recreate. It's like you go back to the building blocks, you go back towards growth, you go back towards healing, and I feel like building like a solid foundation is going to really help you ascend further within this connection. So if there was a fight, it's only going to strengthen your bond and your connection, because I feel like there's a learning moment that can come through this with the Tower in reverse. This person's going to have some sort of spiritual epiphany or some sort of awakening in regards to it. You can also ask your guides and angels to send this person downloads and healing so that they can understand your perspective. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. I do think you're going to be fine. I think this relationship is going to be fine. You guys are definitely meant to be together. But I think you're meant to be together so long as you continue to grow and so long as you continue to learn from each other. So, you know, being meant to be together doesn't necessarily mean like everything's perfect. Like there will be fights. But as long as you guys learn from those fights and ascend and heal, then you will continue to be meant to be, if that makes sense. But I do think that there's going to be some really greater opportunities that manifest from this.
think just in general, like within your life, I'm seeing a lot of like different opportunities coming their way. We have, I appreciate and respect you. So one thing he really wants you to know is he appreciates and respects you. You are healing me. So the same way that you are healing him, he's healing you. I wish I could buy you a ring. I dream about having a house and kids with you. I've learned a lot from you. I dream about things I've never dreamt of before. You are important. You know that. So maybe your importance was being questioned, or you're questioning your importance to him. And he's saying, like, I appreciate and respect you. Trust me, you're important to me. I'm not all that I've said I am, and I'm afraid you will find out. I'm having financial problems. So these are some things that he wishes he could say to you. You light up any room you walk into. You look sexy in heels. I love having you on my arm. Whoa, these cards are just pouring out. I stalk your socials to figure out who you're with, and I respect your hustle. So if you ever are at a distance from this person, they try to stalk your social media to try to figure out like who you're with, what you're doing. Yeah, there could be some separation on the horizon, or maybe you guys are going to be traveling together, or maybe one of you is going to be traveling. I do feel like there is good humor in this connection, so long as you guys keep it lighthearted and playful. You can mend a lot of the different fights that you get into, and then we have made effort. So I feel like they are going to try to make more effort moving forward. We have here and now and to the sea. So someone is distancing themselves. It could be you. Like I said, it could be a part of like work, like a travel thing, but I do see some sort of distance on the horizon, or separation is going to be upon you guys. So let's see your channeled messages, and let's see what they would say to you. What would they say to you? We have the Queen of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Swords, the Ace of Wands, what would he say to you? The Emperor, what would he say to you? I just love you so much, and I don't want to lose you. I'm so afraid of losing you. Maybe I'm even like codependent, and maybe that's my problem. But I can feel you like distancing yourself from me and like pulling away your energy, and I don't know why. I love you and I care about you, and I really just want to please you and make you feel good. I want to talk to you. I want to talk this out. When you're silent, it stresses me out. Like, I don't know what to do to make things better, and I don't know what to do to help things or cure them or resolve them. I feel like I only fuck things up more. And I care about you so much, but sometimes I feel like I'm just absolutely failing at everything. Because you're just doing so amazing at making me feel good. You do so amazing at providing for your family, for us.
you're just everything that I could have ever wanted or ever imagined in life. And I feel like I'm just not contributing. I'm not doing enough for you. I want to have that passion. I want to keep that zest that we have for each other, that sexual attraction. I'm so afraid to lose it because I feel like if I lose that, then I've lost everything. I feel like I'm not contributing the way that I should to this connection. And that scares me the most. I love you so much, and I really just want to have a new beginning with you. I want to somehow whisk you away, but I can feel yourself separating from me. And maybe I'm not giving enough to you as a woman, as a lover. But I want to. I want to work with you. I want to make things right. I want to have a new beginning, and I want to have the stability that we've talked about, the marriage, the house, the kids, all of it. I'm just not sure what direction to go in to achieve those things. And all I can do is try to ask for time and buy time, but I feel like that's all I've ever done is just try to ask and buy time. And maybe I'm running out. Alright, so that's what I have for you in your channeled messages. It seemed kind of muddled. I feel like he doesn't know where his head is at today. Thank you so much, Tamara. I love you. I appreciate you. I really hope that resonated. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in and who joined the live. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to log on tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the next day, and do another live stream just to kind of see what the energy is like for this full moon in Pisces. But I hope everyone is staying sane and healthy. And I will see you guys again soon. Hopefully my video is done uploading tonight, and I'll upload that. We have an 18+ for you on the channel. But in the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time. I love you.